Hey science fans, nice empty classroom. What more can we do than talk about atmospheric pollutants? Yay! So this is from the chemistry paper 2. It is ideal for year 9s at the moment, and year 11s obviously doing their revision. Triple trilogy, everyone's got to know this for the AQA. Let's crack on. Here's my revision page for my atmospheric pollutants. Now there are other types of pollutants. There is land pollution, noise pollution, air pollution, water pollution, light pollution. Today we're just going to do atmospheric ones. Okay, I'm going to organise them. You need to know 4. The first one is that beautiful greenhouse gas that we need to get rid of, which is carbon dioxide. And this is a result of combustion. Now, it is a result of complete combustion. So if a fuel combusts completely, it makes carbon dioxide plus water. Okay, that carbon dioxide goes off into the atmosphere, and that is a greenhouse gas, which can lead to the greenhouse effect, which can lead to global warming, which can lead to climate change. That's a common one. Obviously, the other greenhouse gases, methane and oxygen, etc. So that is complete combustion. Now, there are another 2 atmospheric pollutants that can happen due to incomplete combustion. And incomplete combustion occurs when there's not enough O2. Okay? And 2 types of incomplete combustion can happen. Planned this very poorly, but here we go. So we can have carbon monoxide being produced. So if we've got fuel with little O2, we can then make carbon monoxide and water. Issue with carbon monoxide, it is a toxic, poisonous gas. The main issue with this gas is that it stops O2 binding to the red blood cells, which can cause asphyxiation. So essentially it can cause you to not get enough oxygen to your cells, lack of respiration, and essentially you suffocate very slowly. So it can cause death in extreme cases where there's not enough oxygen. The other thing that can happen is if you have very little O2, is you can have a fuel reacting with very little O2, and that can produce carbon, so carbon particulates and water. So this carbon is a solid that we know as soot, and that soot can go out into the atmosphere and it can cause global dimming, so smog. It can also cause breathing issues. So people that get irritated by these particulates can be a big problem. I'm just going to put the word particulates because they are solid particles, particulates. Now the other 2 are to do with combustion, but they're not directly related to the equation. So the other types of gases that you need to know are sulfur dioxide. Okay, sulfur dioxide comes from sulfur as an impurity in fossil fuels. Okay, and that leads to sulfur dioxide being released into the atmosphere, and quite often it condenses and reacts with water in the clouds, and then we get sulfuric acid, which can lead to acid rain, which can cause reactions and weathering of buildings. It can also cause soil damage, and when I say soil damage, I mean that the soil's pH will change and therefore it can't be used for farming in the same way. So sulfur dioxide is that one, and then the final one that you need to know is nitrogen oxides. So I've put a little X there because sometimes it can be dioxide, trioxide, etc. Now this occurs with the heat of combustion. Okay, so combustion is a very hot process. It's an exothermic process, and there is a lot of nitrogen in the air, 78% of it in the air, and it reacts with oxygen if it's hot, and then it produces these nitrous oxides. These nitrous oxides then go into the atmosphere, and again, they can become HNO3, which is an acid, can cause acid rain, but it can also cause irritation and breathing problems, such as asthma. Now, we might need to think about how all of these things can be reduced. Now, reducing these is ensuring that we have cleaner fossil fuels, or we're not using fossil fuels. Quite often, to get rid of these, we use catalytic converters in cars. We certainly use that for carbon monoxide. We use catalytic converters to ensure that in cars where we are releasing these gases, they are released as harmless gases, like carbon dioxide, harmless in one way. And that's it. They're the 4 that you need to know. Boom. That's it. That's the 4 you need to know. Carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, carbon, nitrogen oxides, and sulfur dioxide. That's the ones. Try not to get them confused with the greenhouse gases. Different story. Make sure you know each individual section. See you later. Bye.